What's a saying that you've always hated? Because I said so. But like fucking why did you say so? I'm 26 and I still hate this response from being younger. Making my bed isn't killing anyone. I'll tell you later. Background to that reasoning: I'm deaf and I want to be involved in group conversation, and I've always been told off I'll tell you later. ETA, I'm stopped. So many people go through same thing as I have. It's saddening how deaf, ho or not even any of these hates the same saying as I do. Thank you all for comments, points, and even a silver sword. I love reading all of the comments. Also deaf, I hate being told never mind as well when I ask someone to repeat something. In grad school, my husband had an office mate / friend who was always excluding me from conversations. Whenever I would ask about something, he would say, "Don't worry about it. I'm not worried. You're having a conversation in my house 2 feet away from me and I am trying to participate like a normal human." It was so dismissive. When people say just saying as a way of trying to hammer in their passive-aggressive point. Heard it so much in super passive-aggressive situations that any time I hear it, even if not in that context, it automatically makes me super upset. Similarly, when someone makes a poor argument and you point it out, they respond with "yeah but still." As a resident I hear this way too much. Only in Ohio do you get all 4 seasons in 1 week. Nope, it happens all over the place. It happens every year during spring and fall. I remember overhearing a conversation when I was in Boston for an event where a woman was laughing and saying, "You know what they say about Boston, if you don't like the weather, wait a few minutes." I've heard that exact saying in reference to my hometown. I realized it's probably a pretty common thing. We have a saying here: "Don't like the weather? Just wait 10 minutes. Oh, you mean just like everywhere else?" Anytime you start dating someone and a friend / relative warns you that if you ever hurt them they will kill you. My mill did this at my wedding. "1 No you won't, you'll just talk mad shit about me if I ever break their heart. 2 Why are you threatening me with violence at my wedding? TBH, they're probably already talking mad shit about you." When I was in 7th grade, my girlfriend's dad showed me his gun collection and said, "Let this be a warning." What, you're going to shoot a 13-year-old? Live each day as if it were your last. Okay. I quit my job, bought a Mercedes and maxed out all my credit cards on hookers and blow. What will I do tomorrow? Do it until you're right. Do enough blow so today was your last day and you're set. You won't get a job by staring on your computer all day. I was a kid and wanted to be a programmer. I had a horrible, nasty old woman for a 5th grade teacher. This was probably around the year 2000. Her classroom had 4 old IBM computers and 2 old dot matrix printers. Only 1 or 2 of the computers worked and 1 printer never worked. I spent time on these few computers trying to figure out what was wrong, reconfiguring the printer, got it to work eventually, and such. She told my mom during parent-teacher conferences that he's a smart kid, but he should spend more time studying rather than wasting it on those computers. I'm a computer engineer now. I'm quite happy with my decision to spend time on the computer all day. Nope, it's true. I get all my jobs by wearing a suit and marching on into places with my resume and demanding to speak to a manager, and every time I'm hired on the spot. /s. I brought you into this world and I can take you out of it. Yeah, my mother is crazy. Edit. Thank you for the silver, it's my first award and cake day wishes. I'm so glad I joined Reddit. Remember, you can take her out of it too, like the Sith rule of 2. Mine often states she should have ate you when your bones were soft. Stop crying or I'll give you a reason to cry. Edit. I've been on Reddit for years now and this is the comment that blows up. I'm the father of an adult. I wish I had the right and perfect thing to say, especially for those of you who share this as a painful childhood memory. All I have is, I hear you. I believe you. I'm sorry it happened. You did not deserve it. I used to get told this all the time as a kid and it just made me cry harder. I never have and never will say it to my kids. As kids, we thought they were threatening violence. What they were actually doing was instilling maladaptive coping strategies that have to be painstakingly unlearned later in life. Now that's something to cry about. I mentioned this before on a similar question, but I hate it when you yawn, through no fault of your own, and some cunt says something along the lines of, "Oh sorry, am I keeping you up?" Get fucked. It's a yawn, it happens. This blows. I've got asthma and it gets really bad in the winter. Sometimes yawning is the only way I can take a deep breath, and people get offended by it. My 6th grade teacher was such a cunt for doing this. I remember we'd have morning reading and like anyone I was tired AF at 12 years old 7 AM. I would yawn and she would complain about how I'm being rude and disrespectful towards her whenever I yawned. Bitch, it's not cause of your boring ass class, but rather it's 7 fucking am. I didn't have any feeling towards her, but after that I despised her. The only way you could out of not being rude when you yawned was to cover your mouth. You can't see my tonsils, so you can't get insulted. Flattery will get you nowhere. The opposite is usually true. Nowhere will get you flattery? You know, my dad always tells me never be afraid to suck up to people. Every successful person had to suck up to someone at some point, and doing it is only intelligent. Are you working hard or hardly working? God, I hate that saying. Reply with pays the same, Bob. Regardless if what their name is. I used to say this to a buddy of mine every single day. He laughed the first couple of times, but after a few weeks I knew he absolutely hated it, but I kept it up as long as I knew him. It's been years, but I recently ran into him and I could tell from the look on his face when he saw me he knew I was going to say. I said it. We've always done it that way, so you refuse to learn a new way of doing something or adapting to change. Got it? It's common sense, not because some things aren't actually common sense, but because when someone tells you that it's so, you shut up and don't question what makes it so obvious. I had a professor in college that asked our class to explain to him what the classifications are to consider something common sense, and not a single person could do it. Moral of the lesson? Common sense implies a universal truth, but in reality is completely subjective. I also hate this since it's so misused. Common sense would be don't play with fire or don't go to deep water if you cannot swim. Your ignorant political beliefs are not common sense. Go big or go home. Yay, I'm going home, man. This is my favorite saying of all time for that reason. I fucking love going home. Says a bro lifting weights before he injures himself. But they're your family. It gaff. Exactly. They have done literally nothing to earn my respect or my friendship. You deserve it. X. Should I spend a lot of money on this completely irrational purchase? Yes, you deserve it. Treat yourself. But there are good uses of this one. Congratulations on the promotion you worked really hard for. You deserve it. Why are you so quiet? Because I have nothing to say, bitch. I thought to myself. And when you do actually say something, she talks. It's a great way to make someone never want to speak up again. You've been quiet. Correct. If you can't beat them, join them. Sorry, not gonna sacrifice my principles. Sacrifice your principles then. If you can't beat them, arrange to have them beat. That's a better version. Cheaters always lose couldn't be more wrong, as there are a lot of people who are cheaters that are on top of their game. Just like Thomas Edison. Ray Kroc basically did this with McDonald's. I actually did like the old FBI message at the start of 80s and 90s arcade games that displayed winners never cheat and cheaters never win, but I took that as a child to mean that if you're cheating in the game, you will feel guilty, and even if you beat the game you haven't truly won. As an adult, I realize it's really aimed to just keep you from getting free continues in the arcades by cheating, but Kidney appreciated that more. Pain is weakness leaving the body. No, Pain is a warning system about the limits of your body. Pain is temporary, well, yeah, because when something hurts I usually stop fucking doing it. I really wish English had 2 words for pain. One for tiredness/soreness and the other for sharp ouch. Because the former is great. You should experience it now and again. Get out of breath. Get your heart rate up. Wake up the next day a little sore, but not so sore you can't function. The latter is a sign to stop immediately. Don't fuck up your knees. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.